our legacy.
Nigeria must be good. The labor of our heroes past must never be in vain.
It's your mandate.
Our allegiance is to the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and not to any political party or any political actor.
News from all around the world. Voice of the People, 96.1 FM.
News from around the world. The big stories and what's behind them. Politics, business, sports, and international news. This is news from around the world. This is news from around the world.
Hello there, this is News Beat at 9 on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. My name is Aliyu Doma. The Senate has concluded the screening of 45 of the 48 ministerial nominees of President Bola Tinubu, confirming them as cabinet members after a week of intense grilling for some and cursory introductions for others. Senate President Godswill Akpabio put the nomination to a series of voice votes, of which all but 3 were approved. The remaining nominees, including former Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir Rufai, Stella Okotiti, Delta State, and Abubakar Daladi from Taraba State, are said to still be undergoing security clearance. The confirmation of others comes over a week after Tinubu's transmission of a 28-member list to the Red Chamber on July 27. Still from the Senate President Godswill Akpabio has announced new chairmen of some standing committees in the Red Chamber. The Senate President named the chairman of the committees after confirming 45 of the 48 ministerial nominees during the day's plenary session. President of the 9th Senate, Ahmed Lawan, will head defense, former governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, housing, former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, interior, were some of the senators appointed to chair committees. Also appointed were Senator Godia Akwashiki, Air Force, Bahari Abdul Fattah, Aviation, Osita Izunaso, Capital Market, Cyril Fasui, Establishment, Siriake Dixon, Ecology and Climate Change, Petroleum Downstream, Jide Ipisagba, Aliu Wadada, Public Accounts, Shehu Kaka, Special Duties, amongst others. In other news, the federal government has backtracked and withdrew its contempt suit filed against leaders of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress for organizing a nationwide anti-subsidy protest on August 2nd, 2023. The development came barely 5 days after the Federal Ministry of Justice sued the organized labor leaders for allegedly disobeying a court order barring them from leading the nationwide protest. The National Industrial Court had stopped the organized labor from going on strike, but human rights lawyer and counsel to the organized labor, Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, insisted the union could proceed on the protest. The organized labor met with President Bola Tinubu and reached an agreement to end the one-day protest. This came with agreement that the federal government would approve labor awards and expedite the implementation of subsidy palliative. And now to the foreign scene. A senior United States official has led face-to-face talks with Niger military leaders following last month's coup. Acting Deputy Secretary of State Victoria Noland said the conversation had been extremely frank and quite difficult. Washington has said the coup can still be ended diplomatically and President Mohamed Bazoum reinstated, but has suspended aid payments in the meantime. West African countries are set to meet on Thursday to discuss the crisis. ECOWAS, a trading bloc of 15 West African states, had issued a deadline to Niger's junta leaders to stand down and restore the elected president. The coup leaders responded to a threat of military action from the bloc by closing Niger's airspace. For coverage of your live events and brand news mentions on our news bulletins, do send a